Con desprendimiento, hoy les anuncio que estaré renunciando al puesto del gobernador efectivo el viernes 2 de agosto del 2019 a las 5 de la tarde. Estos días estaré atendiendo asuntos pendientes que viabilicen una transición ordenada. A esa hora culminaré mi mandato y daré paso al proceso de sucesión establecido por nuestra Constitución para juramentar a quien en ese momento corresponda completar el proyecto trazado para este cuatrienio. Hoy honro la Constitución con mis acciones, la misma Constitución que permitió que en noviembre del 2016 fuese electo, la misma Constitución que permitió la libre expresión del pueblo y la misma Constitución que permitirá una transición ordenada conforme a sus disposiciones. Disposiciones que fueron concebidas por grandes puertorriqueños que dieron cátedra en el 1952 al configurar una Constitución moderna, progresista y sabia. Pero al igual que se celebra, hago un llamado a defenderla y a preservarla por ser el vehículo legal en virtud de la cual la persona que asuma el peso de la oficina que he tenido el honor y privilegio de ocupar necesitará la voluntad ciudadana y el apoyo de aquellas personas que trabajan incansablemente en pro de nuestra tierra. En estos momentos, de acuerdo con el ordenamiento jurídico, esa persona sería la actual secretaria del Departamento de Justicia, la licenciada Wanda Vázquez. Confío en Puerto Rico continuará unido y hacia adelante como siempre lo ha hecho. Espero que esta decisión sirva como un llamado a la reconciliación ciudadana que tanto necesitamos para seguir adelante teniendo el norte, el bienestar de Puerto Rico. Culmino mi mandato y lo más que deseo es la paz y el progreso para nuestro pueblo. La transformación y el progreso no están vinculados a una sola persona. Es producto del trabajo unido de un pueblo. Ese fue mi norte con el plan para Puerto Rico. Ese fue mi norte como gobernador. Esa seguirá siendo mi consigna de cara hacia el futuro. Que la fuerza unificada del pueblo se pueda canalizar en energía constructiva. Que la ley, el orden y el progreso sean parte esencial de esa receta. Que optemos por crear y construir instituciones que respondan a la gente y no produzcan caos y desgobierno. Gracias por el privilegio de haberme permitido servirles. Ha sido el honor más grande para mí y para mi familia. Dios proteja a Puerto Rico.
Acaba usted de escuchar finalmente el esperado mensaje del gobernador de Puerto Rico, Ricardo Rosselló, después de 12 días de protestas pidiendo su renuncia. Así lo ha anunciado Ricardo Rosselló, el gobernador de Puerto Rico. Habla de una transición ordenada, una transición de acuerdo también a la Constitución, asegurando que quien ocupará su lugar será la actual secretaria de Justicia, Wanda Vázquez. Esta fecha también la ha definido, será el 2 de agosto, cuando entonces estará finalizando sus funciones como gobernador. La presión de toda esta gente que ahora usted ve ahí en las calles bailando y festejando, parece que finalmente, como lo decía Ricardo Rosselló, después de haber escuchado al pueblo, después de haber escuchado el reclamo, después de hablar con su familia, después de todo eso, es que Ricardo Rosselló, 12 días después de protestas y manifestaciones continuas.
Boker Tov Chaverim, I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live. You are hearing video footage of gunfire right now in Venezuela. This is only an hour ago by Mary Yari. Turn down just a little bit here. There is an ongoing battle in Venezuela as I speak right now this morning over in Venezuela between the police and supposedly an armed group there that not sure as of yet whether or not this group is anti-government or if this is just some kind of drug gang that they are facing there. Very difficult to tell in the from the video footage right now. I've been reviewing some of the Spanish. It is automatic machine gun fire that is going on. Mary Yari on her Twitter page is actually covering this. She's had to stop at one point and covering this because she said the bullets were actually coming through her window. In one place, she says in Spanish there that she's only filming when the gunfire calms down.
Investigate, they want to go fishing. And I watch Bob Mueller, and they have nothing. There's no collusion, there's no obstruction, they have nothing. It's a disgrace. We want to find out what happened with the last Democrat president. Let's look into Obama the way they've looked at me from day one. They've looked into everything that we've done. They could look into the book deal that President Obama made. Let's subpoena all of his records. Let's subpoena all of the records having to do with Hillary Clinton and all of the nonsense that went on with Clinton and her foundation and everything else. We could do that all day long.
Welcome to Divine Intel, following God's promises through the prophetic word. And now, here is your host, Benny Wilson.
Hello and welcome to Divine Intel. I just did a rush show because I've been busy all day and I had to fix the issues with my internet, fix my computer, do a one last video, edit and produce a quick introduction, blah 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 blah. So now I finally got it. It is 6:22 Pacific time and too late for people in the East to watch my show. All right, so we're gonna call Karen because she has a lot of questions for me. So let me see if I can call her right now. We're gonna go through all the details and we're gonna go through a lot of intel. I have a lot of intel, people. I have a lot of intel. Well, you know, things that I can share with you, not what I cannot share with you. Okay, so let me call right now Karen. Okay, she's not answering her computer. She needs to answer her computer in order for me to call her up. So Karen, if you can hear me, call me back. All right? Okay, guys, so we have a lot of information. I have a lot of news to point out, and we're gonna go right through the news. The biggest news, guys, is that Donald Trump is trying to subpoena Obama. Why? Well, because this man right here that I'm about to show you, if I can only move my stuff away, this man right here, the President of the United States, needs to follow the agenda. Okay? What is the agenda? The purge. What is the purge? The cleanup. All right, this is the purge, people. I have talked about the purge, right? So let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so in order to have a reset, people, we need to have order. We need to get rid of all the corruption. Whatever happens in Puerto Rico, it will affect the whole world. It's affecting the whole world, okay? Hopefully I get to show you the PowerPoint that I have so I can explain to you what is about the purge, okay? The cleanup before the reset. And that's an elite agenda. It's not divine, it's an elite agenda. All right, so it's got to happen. So now Donald Trump is gonna push through the Justice Department to subpoena Obama and bring down the establishment, bring down the cabal, bring down the corruption in the United States. That's what it's all about. Whatever happens in Puerto Rico is going to affect the whole world, and it will affect the whole world, believe it or not. Okay? So that's the point. Now let me call Karen again. Maybe she can answer the phone. All right? Not her phone, but her computer. She's not answering. Okay, she's not available. She's not available. That's fine. She's not available. We're gonna have to do it on my own. All right. So there's other news that I want to share with you guys. That was the most important news. The other news that I want to share with you is this. Let me show you what this is all about. Right? This is really good. This is really, really good. This one. Trump directs the United States Trade Representative to seek World Trade Organization reforms regarding developing countries. What does that mean? Well, let me read the article and I will let you know what it means. The United States President Donald Trump has directed Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer, I think that's a German last name, Lighthizer, yes, to secure changes at the World Trade Organization, WTO, that will prevent developing countries from taking advantage of regulatory loopholes, the White House said in a memorandum release. That's exactly what the Donald Trump was actually talking on the video. Also, how they taking advantage is called currency manipulation, people. The reset is about deleting every single thing that is corrupt and clean it and restart all over again. That's the reset. The reset is not just to revalue currencies around the world, people. It's about releasing and relieving and clean up all the corruption and all the manipulations so we can have a fair deal and fair trade. Okay? So that's huge news. And I'm going to leave this link in basically in Facebook and on Twitter so you can read it for yourself. Okay? Alrighty then. Now let's go back to the other news that it is tremendous. We got tremendous news, people. Yeah. This is something good. We had it in Spanish, we had it in English. And it says like this. The Supreme Court allows voter wall spending in a battle between President Donald Trump and liberal opponents. So, we already know that this was just a stage, people, okay? The wall was still building. But regardless if it was going to get the money or not, the wall was still going to be built, okay? So don't worry about it. It's just that this is a big blow up for the Democrats. And guess what they're doing? That now the Democrats finally are pushing for impeachment. Isn't that something? Just at the same day that they got the President Trump got the okay from the Supreme Court, now the Democrats say, no way, Jose. We want more Jose's in our country. Yes, we want more illegal Jose's in my country. Okay, that's what the agenda is. The agenda is to fill with a lot of illegal aliens to our country. Not just illegal aliens, but criminals, illegal aliens. That's what they're pushing for the agenda. Okay, that's their agenda, so you gotta wake up. And that's what is gonna bring down the Democratic Party to end. Believe it or not. Okay, so it's going to be really interesting for things to happen. Now let me tell you about some question that Carrie has that she texts me. She says, do you have any more intel on the 3 days of darkness? People are asking me, and she's laughing. They are looking at August the 7th. I told them I will ask you. Okay, people of God. I got a lot of information about the 3 days of darkness. Let me explain to you. Unfortunately, I cannot give you that information right now. But I promise that next time I go live, I will explain to you in separate shows, English and Spanish, about the 3 days of darkness, based on prophecy, based on science, okay? Prophecy and science. And also I'm going to release some information about what the elite is about to do about the 3 days of darkness. How about that? Okay? So I'm going to spend a video, probably it's going to last 2 hours at the most. But I will explain to you why everything that has been prophesied is actually scientific. And it will happen. It's all about the sun, people. Okay? It's all about the sun and how the ozone layer will be affected. All right? We're not going to be able to see the sun. That's why it's called the 3 days of darkness. The sun will still be shining, but the whole world won't be able to actually get all the lights, all the light rays. Okay? Because our atmosphere is about to be affected. Okay? It's about to be affected, and it's going to basically a lot of people are going to die. Because a lot of weather phenomena are going to be released, just like the movie does. There was a movie called The Core. I will show you a part of that movie, and that's exactly what's going to happen. People will be dying on the streets just for being outside because of this pose of the sun, and also because of a lot of electric storms. This will be something that not a lot of people knows, but I will show you exactly what the elite told me about it. Okay? All right, so I hope that actually answered the question. It's another topic that I don't want to touch, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Don't worry about it. It's not going to happen. Well, they were telling me that probably that event will happen in July. Okay? That's this month. And to tell you the truth, I haven't asked if that is still the case. Maybe it's going to happen next year. I don't know. Let me ask them and I'll let you know. Okay? All right. So let me see if I can have the PowerPoint safe. If it is not safe, I'm sorry. I won't be able to give you. Oh, it is safe. Good. Beautiful. All right. But I'm not going to show you the the PowerPoint right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come out over here and give you more news before I show you the PowerPoint. Oh, I think Karen is available right now. So let me call her right now. Let me call Karen. Karina, are you asleep or you what? Karina? Hello? Karen?
Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay. Are you asleep or what? Were you asleep?
No. I wish.
All right. Okay, so I think I answered your question, right?
Yes, you did great. Okay. You did great.
All right. So
sounds exciting. 2 hours. Wow. That's a lot of prep.
Look, the problem is that this is the problem. It's too much information. People get confused. The more they know, the more they want to know, the more they ask. There's nothing wrong about asking. The problem is that if we're not concentrated on the topic at hand, which is basically the reset, the revaluation of currencies, people will get really easy to be confused. Okay?
Right.
They're going to get really, really easy. I also have some more questions that I've been receiving by email. Let me read just one more email. Let me read like two or three emails, and I'm gonna answer it here. Okay, how about that?
Great idea. I love it.
So I got this email. I'm not gonna mention the name because I protect your privacy, and it says like this: Benny, why is now that Johnny is now telling us that the RB might happen until October? do you really believe it's going to happen until October? All right.
That's a good question.
That's a great question. All right. First of all, I have been very, very strict on the intel that I get. I'm not God. I am only the messenger. What they tell us and what they gave us is until September 2019 as the window. Okay? They have given us August the 15th for the new introduction of the new financial system. That is not the RB. If it was the RB, they will tell me and I will share it with you. But that is not the RB. It's a process. And if you understand what is a process, you will understand that you're going to see tremendous news and tremendous changes after August the 15th. How long would it take? I don't know. I'm sorry. I do not know. Okay? So, would it happen in October? Yes, it could happen in October. Would it happen next year? Yes, it could happen next year. I think I've been very clear about it. All right? I'm only going to stick with the date, not with the date, with the month, the window they told me. September 2019. Whatever they decide after the months, I will let you know. Okay? But for now, they are pushing for September. That's all they tell me. We are pushing for things to be done by September 2019 at the most. Did I make myself clear?
That's a good prayer point for people that pray that are listening,
Yes,
Benny.
so at the
Start
most,
praying for that.
Yes, at the most, they say that they want to push it for the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar, not for the reset.
Okay.
I'm talking about the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. They say they're pushing for September, not the reset. Now, let me explain something else about the reset. Something is going to happen with one currency that is not the dinar. I cannot mention what is the name, but more likely will be something that if you have purchased that currency, I cannot mention the currency. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I cannot mention the currency because we'll be like violating my agreement. Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
So I cannot mention what currency is that. What I can tell you that there will be one currency that more likely will revalue before the dinar. When it revalues, it will trigger something else, and maybe we can see the break in the system.
Praying.
Okay, now another thing that I want to bring to another question here, because I was chatting with somebody else, and this guy was telling me about Benny. Maybe I can read his messages. Okay,
Yeah,
let me
read it.
read the message, and I will explain to you what's going on. Like I said, I'm not gonna mention his name. He's one of my jets. He's an IT professional, and let me just read what he says. Okay. Let me go to the chat room and read exactly what he says. And then he says, I worked there on a project that still was using Cisco SA5505 firewalls 2 years ago. So I'm an IT professional, so I know exactly what he's talking about, but I did not know for who he was working on. Please pay attention, okay? So I asked him for who, and he said for Equifax. Equifax.
Okay.
Equifax is one of the largest creditor, credit companies out there, right?
Yeah.
We got Equifax. We got what's the other one? I forgot their names.
So did I, and I was just reading about it too.
Yes, Equifax and the other two guys. Okay. So anyway, sorry for that, but I don't have in my memory this. So this guy said that he worked as a contractor for Equifax. But please pay attention because I'm going to share some information. He said that they have a lot of old technology. I'm not surprised. Then he says they lost the password or one of the routers, the firewall. Okay, it's a router and a firewall. That's a very old technology. So what is that important? Please pay attention. I've been talking about this issue, and a lot of people don't understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me explain to you. They going through, when I say they going through, that's the cabal. Okay, not the new elite.
Okay.
But the cabal has plans to break the system into our credit history, into bank accounts, and lose and delete millions of accounts around the United States. By doing how? Through hacking. Equifax had to pay almost $150 million in penalties because they were hacked back in 2017. More than 300 million accounts were affected. Okay? They were affected because their private information was compromised. Got it? So the cabal agenda is to break the system and delete millions of accounts and millions of banking accounts, forcing the government to release debt forgiveness. Because if the government and the banks and the creditors don't have any recollection of what and who is owning money, you won't be able to pay it off. Do you understand that? So
sounds good to me.
Yeah, but guess what? It's going to be chaos and panic.
It's true.
Because you will not be able to use your debit card, use your credit card. You won't even be able to take out your money. Okay? Why? Because the agenda of the cabal and the new elite is to migrate us to the new financial system through crisis. I have said it all the time. Crisis, crisis, crisis. Who told you it was going to be pretty? Only the retards of the gurus. Only they have told you, don't worry about it. Benny is full of shit. Don't worry about it. They have told you. They've been telling you, don't listen to the retard. He's the retard. And when this happens, it's going to blow in everybody's face. And they're going to say, man, I remember that retard. He warned us about it. Watch. Okay? When it happens, will that be the prophetic breaking the system? Well, let me remind you about the prophetic breaking the system. Can I remind them about how the breaking the system says? It says, when things seems at their worst, there shall be a break in the system. Why is going to be look at everything's going to be at the worst? People will not be able to withdraw their money, take out money to buy your food, to buy anything you need. And then somebody will say, why? Why now? Why are you letting that revaluation? I cannot go to the bank. All the banks are closed. They're trying to fix the big break in the system. Did I make any sense?
Very much so.
Okay, that's what's going to happen. That's their plan. When they're going to do it, we don't know. We don't know. I wish I know. All the access of the president are secure. The banksters have all their access secure. The most richest people, they have their access secure. Not all of them, but most are secure. Do you understand that? Every single country is lining up to the event. I even told you they're going to call it the event. They're not going to call it the reset. They're not going to call it the RB. They're going to call it the event. Was I clear enough?
Very clear.
You know, and I have a lot of people asking me these questions, you know, and I repeat myself again, and repeat myself again, and repeat myself again, and repeat myself again, and they just cannot get it.
You know, Ben, that's psychology, that repetition, repetition.
And that's what I repeat myself all the time. Now let me share some message from Mario. How about that?
Ooh, that's exciting.
Mario sent me a message, and I'm going to play it out right here live, okay? And he sent me a message through WhatsApp, and this is what he sent me. It's a recording. Are you ready to listen to the message?
Very much so.
All right, here we go. Let me see. Let me get my microphone down. Let me see.
Okay, we have some very, very good news. As of about 6 hours ago, the first tranche of funds went out into the QFS. So the Quantum Financial System has been receiving tranches of funds all day. It'll continue to receive tranches of funds through the night tonight. And we have paymasters that are confirming that they are seeing money coming in. So we anticipate that tomorrow the paymasters will be receiving the funds out of the QFS, and potentially the first deals will be able to close the day after that. So stay tuned. We're just about there. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Who was that? That sounds to me like Marcy. Okay? Now, the new financial system, people, the quantum financial system is not a organization. It is not a organization. I'm going to repeat that again. The QFS financial system is not and has never been designed to be somebody said, hey, I'm going to collect all these trillions of dollars so retards can go in and exchange their Zimbabwean dinars. No, retard. There is no thing about collecting funds. We have heard that shit before, Marcy. We heard that shit before, TNT, and all the guru retards and liars. We have heard the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. Stop lying to the people of God. Do you get it, retards? The financial new system is not an organization collecting your bullshit. It's a track system. They will track you. Whatever you buy, whatever you get, they will know whatever you have, etc., etc., etc. So stop the bullshit. And I need to be bold and I need to use profanity because enough is enough. And Mario said me this and said, man, who's this retard? And I said, that sounds like Marcy. He said, no wonder. You know? So what am I supposed to say? Didn't we hear before that? It's been years about all the funds are ready for the revaluations. We're gonna be exchanging by next 2 hours. We're gonna be exchanging 2 days. Did we hear that before, Karen?
Oh, for years.
For years we've been hearing that bullshit. And they're recycling that bullshit. And what the people do, oh, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Ah. And that's how it sounds. People sound like a retard. That's what it sounds, people. That's what it sounds. Did I offend you? I really hope so. You know why I want to offend you? Because you need to wake up. Wake up, snap out of it. Stop believing this bullshit. Stop believing it. The economy has never worked that way and will never work that way. Go back to school, talk to a real banker, not some wannabe motherfucker. Don't do that. Call your banker. Go to the bank and tell him, look, they told me that there's a financial system and they're collecting trillions of dollars so we can exchange. Take a look at his face. Take a look at his face and he will look at you like a complete retard. Watch. Stop the bullshit. Stop it. Okay? Stop it. I have spent most of my time trying to educate you, trying to make you understand how all the things will happen. I done it the right way, and I done it the wrong way. Don't blame me for using profanity, because this is insane, people. It is insane. I have said it all the time. If I can put a pile of shit, it will call the dinar land. I have said it all the time. Dinar land is the biggest pile of shit and lies and fairy tales. If it is not the dragon family, it is something else. If it is not something else, it will be the aliens. If it is not the aliens, the funds. If it is not the funds, the 800 numbers. I can go on, and people just won't get it. Really?
You know, Ben, I think you're giving them enough information and education that they can discern what they're hearing. They need to use discernment.
Yes.
And weigh it out and then reject it instead of just
Are you there? Hello? I lost my sister in Christ. Are you there? I think you're
Okay, I'll try that. How's that?
Okay, good. You were playing with your microphone again?
Am I back?
Yes, you're
No,
back.
no. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Now let me just show you something that somebody else sent me for my brother in Christ. Foot forward. Okay?
Okay.
Let me just go on and show you this. And it's a tweet from Foot Forward. Let me make it a little bigger. And it says, oh, sorry for that. It comes from Jonathan Sigmund. It says, I don't want to misconstrue the video you retweeted. May I ask your take on it? Prayers continue. I don't know what video he tweeted. And his response said, to me, it shows that even many in Iran wants this change. It's not just America. It shows once the nuke strike happened, there are forces in Iran who are ready to handle the ground game. That's exactly what I saw in my vision a year and a half ago. So that's a prophecy that Charlie Shem said. Remember Charlie Shem? Prophet Charlie Shem said that they're going to remove the Ayatollah Khomeini. Remember that? Oh, Karen went away again. Karen, what happened with your microphone? Carrying out 1, carrying out 2, and we lost Karen. Anyway, we're going to continue with the show. Something happened with Karen and her beautiful microphone. So what we're going to do is we're going to hang up on her and let her call me again. Or maybe, yeah, she hang up. Let's see, yeah, she hang up. So we're going to wait for her until she's fine. And she's still ready. Okay. All right, so that's exactly what's happening, guys. Okay, removing off everything that prevent people to exchange. The prophetic word of King Clement is very clear. He wants to free you, so you'll be able to extend your hands and help the poor, help the lonely, and help the hungry. You cannot and will not be able to do that if you have a government that is corrupt. All the banks will be controlled by the government because of corruption. That is why when the governor of Puerto Rico left, it's a beginning of a big cleanup. Okay? It's a beginning of a big, huge cleanup. Corruption must end in Puerto Rico, and corruption must end in the United States. Corruption must end in every country that will take possession or basically will revalue, potentially will revalue. I hope that everybody understands that, okay? All right, so let me see if I can have more news over here. This one already said. This one is in Spanish. No. How about this one? I already talked about this one, and let me see the other news. This one right here. I'm waiting for... no, that's not it either. Okay, where is the other news that I was talking about? I think it's with this one. No, this is my new phone. Nope, not my new phone. Okay, let me just go and click it. Oh, what I wanted you to know, guys, if you are watching my show through Vimeo, click on the little dove if you want to donate me anything. I will really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, okay? I don't do that. I don't promote myself that much. But I keep forgetting because my intention is not to get your money out of it. My intention is to educate you. My intention is to get you going and don't return your currency, okay? All right. Okay, so since I don't do that. All right, so now let me, I don't think I have any more. Let me see. I'll talk about the Donald Trump, right? And I also talk about the Vietnam Dawn. The Vietnam Dawn has reported, I think it was 64 billion in sterling reserve, if I'm in foreign reserve. What did I tell you about my last email, my last video? About reserves, right? Okay, so reserve will be the number one thing that many currency will be affected. All right, reserve. Remember that name, reserve, okay? Reserve in gold, oil, technology, natural resources, okay? That will be the point when most of the currencies will change their value based on their own reserve. Now, let's talk about your new video coming out called Don't Rely on Gold Too Much. Okay, I told you that I will do a video for free to tell you about the prophetic word, about don't rely on gold too much. I have done some research plus what the Lord has told me, and the Lord is pushing me. And I'm telling you, He's pushing me, telling me, do that video, do that video. And I say, okay, my Lord, please just allow me, because they attacked me, I was behind this and all this, and the Lord just said, okay, but just do the video. So I will do the video approximately tomorrow, because by Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to have your new pay-per-view intel, okay? So that is that video called Do Not Rely on Gold Too Much will be available only on my pay-per-view page. What's that mean, that you're gonna pay for it? No, you're not gonna pay for it. You understand that? It's a free bonus video. Even if you don't want to pay for my video, go to my pay-per-view page and watch the bonus video, okay? For free. Educate yourself through the prophetic word. Okay? I think I made myself very clear. If you still haven't understand a word that's coming out of my mouth, please let me know, and I will answer to your questions. Okay, so let me go to my email again. Let me go to my email. Maybe I can go to my email. Oh, here it is. And I'm going to answer some questions, because I got a lot of questions. I just want to answer 2 more questions. And then after that, I'm going to go to the PowerPoint. Okay? All right, so let's see. I got Phillips. They asking me to talk about Alawi, the CBI Central Bank. Alawi is in, Alak is out. This is a video from, I don't remember what's his name. I think it's a video from another, I don't know if he's a brother in Christ. I'm talking about this video right here. Let me show you what it is. All right, so this one, they reported that governor of the CBI, Alawi is in and Alak is out. And the channel is called Vital Bread. That's his name, I believe so, okay? So Vital Bread is basically, this is a huge news, people. This is very huge. What is that telling us? They're telling us that all the new elite is putting in place. You cannot have a revaluation or reset or anything you want if the cabal is still in place. Do you understand that? If the cabal is still in place, there will be no reset, no revaluation. So who is in? Alawi. Alawi is in. Alawi is a member of the new elite. Who is out? Alak. Okay? Alak. Alak is out. Alawi is in. And he must be a member of the new elite. Why? Because the RB, the reset of the Iraqi dinar, the dong, the rupiah, the won from South Africa, from South Korea, all the currencies are not controlled by a stupid family called the royal family. No. It's controlled by bankers. Okay? Who owns the RB? Bankers, not a fairy tale. Okay? All right, I hope you understand that.
Check out these results.
Yes, check out me turning it off. All right, thanks. That was my phone tripping up again. All right, so I think I show you that. Now we can be able to go through. I don't know what happened to Karen. Let me call Karen again. Oh my goodness. Man, she's been having a lot of problems with her equipment. I don't know. All right, so let me just put this over here. We're gonna go through the PowerPoint. How about that? We're gonna give you the Intel that you want. I got Intel and I got Divine Intel, okay? All right, so let's do this. Let me put it right here and let me show you my computer. All right, so Jesus Christ, what happened here? There you go. Okay, that's my computer, people. Let's go through the PowerPoint, shall we? All right, so the show is called The Great Surrender. It is my opinion, Benny Wilson, that the Great Surrender was the ex-governor, still governor, Ricardo Rosselló from Puerto Rico. And you will ask, why? Why do you believe that this man is the Great Surrender? Well, very specifically, I already told you. It is called my attention that one country has the most holders of the dinar, and that country is Puerto Rico, okay? And that country is Puerto Rico, meaning that if we got the RB, his people, the Lord's people, will be blessed. So, Puerto Rico will become the one country that has the most millionaires in the world, okay? So, it is my understanding, not what the Lord told me, because the Lord has not told me anything, that the Great Surrender could be the real Great Surrender, the prophetic Great Surrender, this man. Okay? Now, how we have great surrenders? Yes, we have several great surrenders. Johnny mentioned it, and I also have mentioned it. But this man, in my opinion, it is the prophetic Great Surrender. That's it. Okay? Am I be wrong? Am I gonna be wrong? I could be, because I'm not perfect. All right? Okay. So today is Friday, July 26th, and let me tell you something. Tomorrow is Cabal Day. Are you listening? Tomorrow is Cabal Day. What's gonna happen tomorrow? Let's wait. Okay? Because it's Cabal Day. I wish that Karen could come back so I can share something that the Lord told me yesterday. And it happens today. Okay? I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you. I even went through many of my chat rooms and I told you, the Lord told me, but I cannot share you anything. So I wish that Karen can call me back and I can share that with Karen, because I need a witness. Okay? I need a witness so you know what I'm talking about. All right. So topics. The topics for today, we're going to talk about the corruption in the United States, the corruption in the country where I was born, in El Salvador, the corruption in Puerto Rico, and I'm going to give you your divine intel, plus more, okay? All right, so, oh, my goodness, this is in Spanish. It did not save. All right, so we're gonna leave it right here. We're gonna change this slide because it did not change. Let me just put it right now, and let me just do it right now. Okay, I'm sorry for that, but it did not change because I've been busy. All right. Okay, done. Beautiful. Now let's go back and put it right here. Good. Now let me check my, all right, good. Everything is fine. Okay. So what's behind the corruption? There is a machine behind the corruption, people. In every country, there's a machine behind corruption. Okay? The corruption will always use these machines. Hollywood, regardless of what country, it will use celebrities. It will use sport stars, celebrities, singers, rappers, sports stars, They all listen to one master. And that's the richest man that wants to implement their agenda, regardless of what country in the world. The same thing goes in the United States. The same goes in Puerto Rico. The same goes in El Salvador. The same goes in every single country. Because, believe it or not, power is more addict. It has more addiction into have power than money itself. Believe it or not. Okay? So, the elites and the cabal also uses Hollywood, sports celebrities, actors, stars, TV networks, radio, the mainstream media, the fake news, etc., etc., etc. That's part of the whole machine. That is what's called establishment. They establish the narrative. They establish your reality, your paradigm. Not the new paradigm, but the paradigm that you are living. Okay? I want to make it very clear. I do not hate celebrities. Okay? I do not hate celebrities. I do not hate the honorable people in Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico. I love their people. And I'm just letting you know because I've been attacked viciously. Because I talk about that. All right? I do not hate homosexuals. Are you listening? I do not hate the sinner because I'm a sinner. Okay? What I hate is corruption, whenever it is. What I hate is the agenda. The agenda is what I hate. All right? That doesn't stop people to be homosexuals. That doesn't stop corrupt. Well, it will stop the corruption, but it won't stop homosexuals to be whatever they want to use. God will judge them, not me. Okay? But the agenda must stop. So I did a posting in Facebook, and it's called like this. René Perez de Calle 13 es comunista. What it means is that René Perez is a rapper from a very famous Puerto Rican group. It is my opinion that the man is communist. Okay? It is my opinion because I've been following this guy for a long time and he loves socialism. He loves Maduro. He denies it, and then when he denies that, he says, no, I do not support Maduro, but I don't like the imperialism of the Yankees. So you see, he contradicts himself. That's how they do it. All right, so what do I think about him? I think that he's a great human being. I really think so. He's just not focused on what he's supposed to be focused. Okay? I believe he's a very talented rapper. As a matter of fact, I love most of his songs. Beautiful. He has a lot of very funny videos and he's very talented. Okay? So, but I also believe that he shown his socialist approval and socialist agenda. He is actually spreading socialism in Puerto Rico. Okay? So, let me show you something that I posted on Facebook. I will show you the date. I did it in English and I did it in Spanish. This is the one in English. Puerto Rico, be careful with all those Hollywood celebrities and pop singers. Most of them are communists. The Lord told me that socialism will try to get into Puerto Rico like a thief in the night. Take a look at the date. It's July the 24th. Okay? July the 24th, I posted this. All right, and guess what? Exactly that's happening. A lot of the celebrities that took place, sponsoring and supporting these biggest manifestations on the streets in Puerto Rico, they love socialism. They love it. They're anti-American. Okay? So what's the cabal agenda? The cabal agenda is to promote anything that offends God. The cabal agenda is to promote anything that can offend the Lord. Why? Because it says so in the Bible. On Ephesians 6:12. For we do not wrestle against the flesh and blood, but against the rulers. Who are the rulers? The people who has the biggest money and the power. We do not wrestle against the flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Because it's a spirit, the spirit of homosexuality, socialism, atheism, those are spirits. What are they promoting? Homosexuality. That's an agenda. Why they make a big deal when this man, this governor, actually offended a lot of people? He offended women. God forbid that he's going to offend women, but my goodness, don't you dare offend homosexuals. So he offended Ricky Martin. Okay? And the whole world went to the streets. They are promoting socialism right now. They are promoting the feeling against America. A lot of people in Puerto Rico are promoting anti-American feelings. Why? Because they're part of the agenda. They're promoting false news, fake news. In order to control your thought, that's exactly what they're doing. Why do you think all the media is against Donald Trump? They have demonized everything that comes out of his mouth because they want to control your thoughts. They want to control your narrative. They want to control, and they can make for somebody so innocent to make it a devil. That's how powerful they are. Take a look at this homosexuality agenda. Take a look at this. This is in Puerto Rico. That's a Catholic church in Puerto Rico. They making satanic dances in front of the home and the house of the Lord. And then people don't want to hear prophets making terrible prophecies against the sinners. But people just do not wake up, do they? It looked like it's Sodom and Gomorrah. It's insane, people. Morality has no place in Puerto Rico right now. That's what the purge is all about. Okay? And don't tell me, I'm not telling you, I'm not trashing Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico. And I'm going to show you why I love it. Because everything happens right now in that country is happening all over the world. All right, so the corruption in the United States is basically promoted by the socialism, by the communism. The squad. These are 4 people, 4 women who do not believe in God, who do not believe in morality, who are following an agenda from the cabal. These are people who hate America, hate Israel, hate morality, hate everything what we stand for. They're actresses. Ocasio-Cortez, an actress, is a paid actress, and they elected to make chaos and panic. Recently, they told the whole world that Ocasio-Cortez will be the new face of the new Democratic Party. Thank you so much, because that will be end of the Democratic Party. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. I truly believe that everything that the prophet says is going to come through. There's no doubt in my mind. The elimination and the dismantle of the Democratic Party will happen after the presidential run. Okay, and after 2020. Watch, it's gonna be priceless. So that's the squad, people. the corruption in the United States, the press will always provide you with false news in order to change your reality. TV, radio, paper news, even the internet. They use everything they can to make you hate Donald Trump. Hollywood is anti-Trump. Many liberals, both blacks and Latinos, hate Trump. Trump's Hollywood friends for years, most of them turned their back against Trump the moment that he ran for president. Snoop Dogg used to be his biggest friend, and all of a sudden, he hated him. Why? Because he's against their agenda, against their master. Do you understand that? Rappers, everything in Hollywood, singers, they all obey their master. And their master is not a saint. Their master is Satan. Their master is somebody who don't like Christianity. Their master is somebody who is not even human. Okay? That's the corruption. Now let me take a look at the corruption in the place where I was born, El Salvador. Watch, you're going to be very shocked. The corruption started when they signed the peace agreement, the peace deal, the peace trial. We had a war for more than 20 years, and they signed an agreement, a peace agreement between the left, the guerrilla, and the right wing. The moment that they signed the agreement to no more fight, I remember my dad said they sold out. He was 100% right. We had a bloody war for more than 20 years. More than 1 million Salvadorians died. 1 million Salvadorians, more. As to this day, they even saying that probably we got like 3 million people dying. We don't have the official numbers yet. But I can tell you one thing though. 4 out of 5 families in El Salvador have been affected by this past war. It's been more than 20 years, and they all have been affected one way or another. It's a small country. Okay? Why the corruption when they signed the peace treaty? Why is it started? Why did it start when they signed the peace treaty? Because they sold out. Because wars are not won by agreements. Wars are not won by a peace agreement, people. That's reality. Wars are won by dominating or killing the enemy. If the dominated party wants to control the country, wants to control after the war, he needs to kill or needs to dominate the wicked. Right? That's the word. That's how war works. So, it didn't work. Okay? It didn't work. Why it didn't work? Because you cannot have peace without justice. You just can't. You need to have justice in order to have peace. The left sold out to the enemy, the right wing. And then, since they sold out, they betrayed the same people, and they betrayed the more than 1 million people who died until we got the new party. Remember the new party, right? So, the right wing in El Salvador governed for 20 years, and the left, alleged guerrilla governor, governed the country for 10 years. So, for 30 years, El Salvador have been governed for the most corrupt. It's calculated that more than $9.7 billion were taken from the people of El Salvador to the most corrupt. $9.7 billion, people. All right? So, you might think, you might even ask yourself, how come some small country can make and generate so much money? contracts, loans, business. A small country like El Salvador can actually generate billions or even trillions of dollars. Imagine what Puerto Rico can generate. Imagine that. But people don't have that recollection. People just don't have that how big impact corrupt has taken advantage of power. But their power is gone now. We're going through the purge. Okay? We're going through the big change. All right, so let me just go back over here. And let me just go back right here to show you this. All right. So, the new president, Nayib Bukele. So far, he has discovered over 45,000 ghost employment. What are those? Thousands were hired and paid by the state of El Salvador just to do absolutely nothing. Can you imagine? Being part of a friend because he's a politician and being paid by just doing absolutely nothing. 45,000 employments. Money that belongs to the people. Okay? This is how filthy corrupt was El Salvador. How a very small country can generate so much money. Almost every country in the world has enough money to provide prosperity to their people. Did you know that? Almost every single country in the world are able to give prosperity, health. Listen to this. Health insurance, free health insurance, university careers. Almost every country in the world are able to give their own people what they deserve. So why they don't do it? Corruption. Take a look at Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, it is and will be the most rich country in the planet. Take a look at how they live. Corruption. Take a look at Iraq. Take a look how the people in Iraq live. Corruption. Nayib Bukele, that's the president that we have right now, has earned a lot of enemies because he's cleaning the house. This is the most celebrated phrase from the president of El Salvador. Money is available when no one takes it away. Money is available when no one takes it away. Meaning, hey, we got plenty of money to give to the people. Nobody's going to take away until I am the president. So now we're seeing tremendous changes in El Salvador. Even Mike Pompeo recently visited El Salvador, and he called him the best president in the world. He even himself called him the best president in the world. He even said that El Salvador could be the model country in the world about immigration. Why? Why immigration? Because this man, Nayib Bukele, told Trump, I don't want more people leave my country and come illegally into the United States. I don't want no money from the government of the United States. I want business. Why? Because with business, people will be able to have jobs in their country. They will not be forced to leave their country because they're starving. Isn't that something? The one present that I beg to give me as a present to save my country where I was born is changing the face of all the countries around the world. Isn't that something? So the corruption in Puerto Rico is almost the same. The whole scandal in Puerto Rico started because they discovered private chats between the governor and his people. I'm talking about the people of behind the governor. He offended a lot of people. So the question is, do you know all these chats were discovered? Some people are saying well, it's because somebody who was working for the governor actually took those chats and released it to the press. No, that is not how it happened. The elites can read anything over the internet. They can read your chat room. They can read your email. They can read your Facebook, your Twitter, everything they can have, and they can read it, people. I'm sorry. Chat rooms, private messages, emails, social media. Hey, look, you can basically use a secure tunnel, okay? A secure tunnel. When you get into the internet, and make sure that these people don't read your private messages, don't get your private information. Yes, you can do that. Okay? Unless you're gonna make them very hard for them. They won't bother with you because there are few people doing this. They cannot take care of everybody. Okay? So that's why if you have a private tunnel to get into the internet, do it. Okay? So why did they do that? They use it, they hack him to remove him. Simple as that. That's the way they do it. The corruption in Puerto Rico, and I just gotta tell you this. This is something that all of you must know. The chat rooms are just the tip of the iceberg. After he left, that's just the beginning of the big problems coming to Puerto Rico. I'm sorry. They will discover ghost employees. Mark my words. Just like in El Salvador. Many of them still depend in defending him over the internet. Some of them even attack me. They continue attacking me because they depend on the corruption. The same thing happened in El Salvador. The corruption is the same all over the world. So, what is the real reset? The real reset is not about revaluing currencies around the world, people. The real reset involves including politics, removing corruption as part of the reset. Delete everything that did not work and start all over again. That's the real reset. You cannot have corruption in a country and go to the bank and exchange it because the same government that is corrupt will have a lot of bankers that are corrupt and you're not going to get your money back. Simple as that. The reset started in Puerto Rico right now, believe it or not. That is called the purge. When the RV happens, Puerto Rico will be the one country with most millionaires in the world. They will not even depend in the United States anymore. So whatever happened after the RV, even if they exonerate from that union, trust me, they will not need us. They will have so many rich people in there, it will be ridiculous. Okay? So what is coming in Puerto Rico? Obviously, they're going to have a new governor. A new constitution. Why a new constitution? Because the governor did not want to quit. There were no mechanism, there were no illegal mechanism to take him out of the office. So they literally have to force the people to go to the street and do what they did. So a new constitution will come, no doubt about it. New laws that will guarantee that this will never happen again. Trust me what I'm telling you. They're going to make sure that this situation will never happen again. Every country has a common goal to protect their life, their stability. It's called constitutional order. Okay? So they need to protect that. If they don't protect the constitutional order, there is no country. The power belongs to the people, not to the corrupt or the tyranny. So they're going to come out with laws that are more into the power of the people. And now, let's talk about your divine intel. And I want you to pay attention because I'm going to tell you more information about this. This is divine intel. Let me remind you that we still have a window. September. Okay? And the date is August the 15th. So this is when the new financial system will be introduced. The purge has started, like I told you. It has started in the United States, it has started in Puerto Rico, and will continue to start in many other countries. Don't even be surprised that also will happen in England. Watch what I'm saying. The purge is to remove the corruption before the currency revalue. This is what I want to show you. This was posted 2 days ago, and it shows this. At this moment, forces are mobilizing in Northern Virginia when order is given the armed protection of the President of the United States and civilian population while is simultaneously extracting from the D.C. plus surrounding areas those who are being charged with treason. So what are they saying? They're saying that there will be massive arrests. We have heard that before, but now I truly believe we're going to see publicly. We're going to be watching to public arrest. Watch. So let me see if I can have this thing change, and let me see if I can change this. Maybe I can change it. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, here it is. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. All right. Got it. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Let me continue with the explanation. Okay. So that's your divine intel. The purge will not be as easy to task to complete in Puerto Rico. I'm talking about Puerto Rico again. It's not going to be easy while they're taking all the corruption. Unfortunately, because the state of Puerto Rico is unstable right now, of all the corruptions gonna come, guess what's gonna happen? Their economy is going to be affected tremendously. They cannot prevent that. Okay? Because of the political status in their government. A lot of people will be arrested in Puerto Rico in days to come. A lot of people will be very angry. The public, the people in Puerto Rico will go and manifest their anger. Watch. The giant socialists will try to attract people. It's happening right now, people. It's happening right now. So this is my recommendation based on what I heard. All the churches must unite, including Protestants and Catholics. Only with a lot of prayers their country will go through this crisis. The world is crisis. I told you, didn't I? There's a big crisis in Puerto Rico. Social crisis and political crisis. They need to bring us to the new paradigm through crisis. And that's exactly what they're doing. I've been telling you even before this happened. Prosperity is not the devil. Why am I saying this? Because there's a lot of false prophets saying that prosperity is the devil. That prosperity is not what God wants. I have heard it a lot. Well, let me tell you something. Prosperity is not the devil. Prosperity is a blessing from God. Get used to it. Okay? Get used to it. God will bless you with good things. So, there's somebody in Puerto Rico who is very famous around the world. His name is Frank Suarez. He has a YouTube channel called Metabolismo TV. He helps people like myself who has diabetes. And he has a well-known saying. He repeats it all the time. The truth will always win. You may not like what I said and when I call people retards. You may not like the way I approach to the problems. But the truth will always win. Facts don't care about your feelings and will never care about your feelings. Come to the kingdom of God first. And that was your divine intel. I promise you that I will finish my free bonus video by tomorrow, and I'm gonna upload it, and I want you to watch the video. Watch how everything will develop. And I have my pay-per-view with tremendous news and tremendous intel. All right, I have another meeting to do. I think tomorrow I have a meeting, not tonight, but tomorrow I have a meeting. So I have to go through the meeting and get the intel, and I need to also get confirmations. Okay, I need to get confirmations about the process of Iraq. The intel that I'm about to give you and this weekend is only about Iraq. It's not about Zimbabwe. It's not about Vietnam. It's only about Iraq. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about name it Iraq. Here we go. Okay? That's how I'm gonna call it. Iraq, here we go. All right? Because a lot of things that are gonna happen in Iraq are coming through. They are pushing for the agenda. That's what I said, that their window is still September. Okay? Alrighty then. So this was your divine intel, and I would like to thank everybody for their prayers, their emails, and for some that being able to actually donate me anything. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. All right, and I want you to understand this. And I'm not putting false hope. I'm not putting false hope. Okay, I told you from the very beginning. I told you that if everything goes as planned, we're supposed to be changing by this past week. It did not happen, right? No, it did not happen. But guess what they told me? Everything is going as planned, even though we did not exchange. That's what they told me, people. Okay? Maybe we are seeing things that we don't see beyond it. Maybe that's exactly what's happening. Okay? Maybe that's exactly what's happening right now. We're not seeing reality. We're not seeing what they're doing behind the curtains. We're not seeing what's happening. But I got to tell you something else. I got to tell you from the bottom of my heart what I believe is going to happen very soon. We're going to have tremendous news, people. Watch what I'm saying. We're going to have tremendous news in Iraq. And then probably people will start thinking about a good blessing day. This is the last email that I will. Something happened. There you go. The World Trade Organization is broken. When the world reaches countries claim to be developing countries to avoid, the World Trade Organization rules and get a special treatment. No more. Today, I directed the United States Trade Representative to take action so countries stop cheating the system at the expense of the United States. What the President of the United States talking about the trade war? Very simple. Currency manipulation. Currency manipulation is what many countries are taking advantage of us. They're cheating us by giving us cheap currency, so they can steal our manufacturers, so they can steal our big business. They're not showing the real value. The Lord told me, and I can tell you right now, take a look at the date. It's the 26th of July. Take a look at the days right here. Take a look. July 26th at 2:29 p.m. Eastern Time. The Lord told me yesterday, Let me see if I can call Karen, so I can have her as a witness. Karen, answer the phone. Okay, she's not answering. Hold on, let me see if I can go to her phone number now. Hold on. Oh my goodness, she's not answering. She's not even answering her cell phone. Oh my God, can't believe it lasted so long.
Karen here. You've reached
Yeah. Okay, so Karen is not available. I wish she could be around to tell you what the Lord told me, because she was the only one who actually listened for me. I was watching a song, okay? I was watching a song, and then the Lord said to me, I shall give you happiness tomorrow. And I hear it so loud, I called Karen, and I said, Karen, the Lord spoke to me, and he told me that he shall give me happiness. What do we have today? We have a possible rise of the people in Venezuela. That is huge, people. We have a possible civil war. Nobody wants a civil war. I don't want a civil war, but that's the way the world is. What did I tell you about Puerto Rico? Who's next? Venezuela. And just happened to be the next day after Puerto Rico. Facts are the facts. The Lord is manifesting. The Lord is going to free you. The Lord is reaching to you so you can reach for the poor. So you can reach for the poor and clothe them and feed them, because that's his wish, said the Lord. The Lord loves us so much that he is not letting me down. And now we see Donald Trump trying to break the system, control the system, enforce the reset. He told me he was gonna make me. He told me he was gonna make me happy. And yes, he did. Yes, he did. I hope that it makes you happy too. All right? I really hope so. Because this is all about to end, people. Just be patient. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you, everybody. And I'll see you next time. For now, be happy.
1, 2, 3. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that can go to space. Yeah, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Clap along if you feel like a room with Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel